The show is about to start. Places. The show is about to start. You have to show a look, have a look, or give a look. Faces. Beautiful. No one ugly allowed. Are you ready? Here we go. Fashion is the art. Designers are the gods. Models play the part of angels in the dark. Which one of you would ever dare to go against? That beauty is a trade and everyone is paid. Fashionista. How do you look? Fashionista. How do you look? New York.
She's got it all. A symbol of excellence. She's got it all. She's got it all. All the elements. A symbol of excellence. Shining, she is so flawless. Incredible illusionist. Miss Gay America. Miss Gay America. The best of the best. She is beauty, she is grace. Perfect in every way. This gay America. She's got it all. She's got it all. All the elements, a symbol of excellence. Shining, she is so flawless. Incredible illusionist. Miss Gay America. Miss Gay America. The best of the best. She is beauty, she is grace. Perfect in every way. This gay America.
Good evening out there in Facebook Live world. It's me, Miss Morgan, the Queen So Nice. They named her thrice. I am your reigning Miss Gay Delaware America 2024. Thank you for joining me this evening. I have a very special guest tonight, and I'm so excited to get to talk to them tonight. And I know you prior as well, because you are tuning in. Also, if you're just tuning in for the first time, I always like to encourage, hit that share button. The more people we bring in, the more people we have fall in love with America's system, which I love so much. But I know I'm going to have a jam-packed show tonight talking to this fabulous individual. So I'm not going to go through any updates just yet, but I just want to bring them out and just get the party started for all you viewers this evening. Tonight, I have the honor and the pleasure solely to speak to this evening, your Gay America Esquire 2025, Christopher Inez Onyx. Hello, Angel. How are you?
Good, good. How are you doing, Morgan? Morgan.
You ain't never lie. I love that. That's all three. Hold on. I want to get something a little more suiting for the background.
Okay.
There we go. America. Here we are.
Love it.
Thank you for joining me this evening. You look absolutely ravishing tonight.
Thank you. Thank you.
Where are you at this evening?
I am at home. The last time we did this, I was at the office still because we had Naomi and I both together, so it was easy to do it at the office. But I'm at home right now.
Okay, where's home for the viewers out there? Where's home?
I live in Phoenix, Arizona. I actually live downtown Phoenix, so I'm right in the midst of all the craziness that happens in this lovely city.
Which I can't wait to hear every drip of the craziness. I keep saying I want to come out there. I told Naomi I'm coming out to get a tattoo. So
it is unlike any other place, and it's definitely an America city. The state overall is huge in America state, so definitely come out. It'll be so much fun. Miss Gay Arizona America is like a week long to do.
Yeah, when is that?
Ooh, good. That's a good question. So I believe it is, if I'm remembering correctly, it's like May, June-ish.
Yeah, that's right. Because we already
next. So yeah, it'll be after I step down, but it'll be a good time.
All right. Well, I'll just maybe now. Is it an open state? Do we know?
It is not. We actually have several prelims. This year, they introduced a brand new prelim in Flagstaff because our reigning Miss Arizona, she's the very first from Northern Arizona in Flagstaff that we've had in the long history of Miss Gay Arizona. So they have 7 city prelims to Miss Gay Arizona. Eight.
That's great. I think, and that's a ton. That's 6. We'll say 16 contestants compete for that one night off. Sometimes they split them off into 2, but but that's fierce. That's fierce. So I was watching this fun. So I was watching you. Were you watching the intro video as it was like as you were waiting?
Yes, I was.
So I was watching and I'm thinking to myself, wait a minute, this is all Miss Gay America. We need like
we need the guys. We need the boys.
I'm gonna. I need to get a good song. And you know what? I just think of all the fun ones that I could use. Like maybe that wouldn't be appropriate for the podcast, but we're gonna do it. I'm gonna figure it out, and we're gonna get that going because, like I said, I look forward to chatting with you more throughout your reign. But so let's jump in a little bit. So you are from Arizona originally, or
no? I was born in Toledo, Ohio, raised in Ohio. I actually grew up moving around a lot. But I've been here in Phoenix for the last 19 years. And prior to that, I've lived in Ohio, Michigan, Massachusetts, California. And then within that 19-year period here, I spent about 6 months living in Washington State.
Where was your favorite? Arizona, because we all know it's the best.
Right, because I've been here for 19 years now, so I've spent literally half my life here. But LA was super cool because of the city vibes, and I lived in Worcester, right outside of Boston in Massachusetts, and I'm a huge history nerd, so living that close to kind of like American history was super cool as well.
Well, I love that. I get mind blown because I like try to get out of where I live, Northeast Philadelphia, and then I always just end up coming back. Like I tried one time to move to Manhattan, it was just not.
I always tell people it's like there's nothing like everyone should live, even if it's for like a year, get at least 100 miles away from where you graduated high school. It is the best thing you will do in your life is at least spend some time away from your old stomping grounds.
I need to. Okay, I'm still young enough. I literally live like houses down from my sister and then a block over from my parents. So I'm just oh my God. And my brother, who's wonderful, he moves to DC. So it's funny. So he's doing his thing. He did his homework. Right. So you live in Arizona for 19 years. You live by yourself?
No, I live with my partner and we have a roommate.
Okay. Oh, a roommate.
A really good friend of mine. So a friend of ours rather. Yeah.
How long have you been with your partner for?
So Eli and I have been together it was 3 years in June.
3 years. And I'm going to ask, how did you all meet?
Yeah. What's a funny story. So most folks who might already know him may know him as Eddie Broadway. So he he's a drag king that's been around in the scene he's been doing drag now for almost 13 years. And he's held titles such as Mr. US of A MI. He was back in 2017, and he was Mr. Trans USA 2020, 2021. He was the COVID. He got the COVID reign through that. And so what the funny story is, we've known each other for a long time. We actually have no idea how we met. We've sat there and thought about it. We just kind of have been in each other's lives for the last 10 years or so.
And then just gravitated.
Yeah.
Well, then this is your opportunity to make up a fun. And then everyone will just believe it and we just go along with it.
Yep.
Do you remember your first date? Like, do you remember like what you did on your first date?
I do. We went to a restaurant called, we went to Federal Pizza. I remember the date. It was December 4th. And it's interesting. Like Eddie is my best friend. And so we were both single at the time and kind of just really gravitated towards each other. And it just I always it's that cliche story, like you should date your best friend, blah blah. And it's like I'm doing it and I was like, this makes sense. there's a reason why people say
Mm.
this.
Well, I love that. I love that. Well, that's great. I love that. And you know what? You're smiling when you talk about it too. I know it's the real deal.
Yes.
So do you just do pure Esquire, or do you have a job during the day or
I
night?
do have a day job. So I am the director of development for Phoenix Pride. So it is our local LGBTQ organization. As the director of development, I am in charge of all sponsorships from corporations. I'm in charge of obtaining sustainable donors for the organization. We have, in addition to creating the two largest LGBTQ events that happen in the state of Arizona, we also have a foundation. And through our foundation, we've been able to give back scholarships and community and partnership grants to nonprofits. So since 2008, we've given back over $1.7 million in scholarships and grants to support and help uplift the LGBTQ plus community, not only here in Phoenix, but throughout the state of Arizona. As the capital city, the fifth largest city in the country, doing those things is super important.
That's fierce. I love that. So, and getting people to do the scholarships and the donation or the grants, and oh my gosh, like that, I can't even, like, that's a lot. Like, because I have my charity and stuff, so I try, it's getting people to.
Especially with this administration, it's
Yeah.
become it's been very challenging.
So I have, let's see, I have a couple people chatting. So if you're just joining us for the first time, please hit that share button. The more people we bring in, the more people will fall in love with the America system, but also the Esquire division with Christopher. So let's see. Dan James says hello. Fun fact, Andorra commissioned the MGA theme song. Yes, I did know that. So we just need to get some, maybe Andorra will get a Esquire song for us as well.
Right.
I live.
Yes.
I live that. Will Christopher write a theme song? Oh, here we go. You just got signed up.
I'm a great narrative writer. I don't know that I'm a good songwriter, but there's stuff. I've got some connections to some folks here that are some amazing songwriters. Maybe I might have to work on that.
That's cute. I know a really good songwriter. It's called ChatGPT. They do it all.
No, it has no heart. There's no heart to it when it's
True. We'll put in the heart words when we get to it. I'm telling you, it does it. You could probably type in, and please show that you have a heart while you're writing. It's just like, it'll make you cry. It's so good. Justin, there's also Justin Webb is checking in. I know we're going to get to the Esquire division and everything that's going on, but I just don't want to miss out on the questions.
Yeah.
Why did the name change from Mr. Gay America to Gay America Esquire?
Well, so as everyone knows, there with Gay America Esquire, there is a different owner from the owner that Casey Sunshine is now the national owner and director for Gay America Esquire.
Which not to interrupt you, but Casey.
There he is.
Oh, hello.
Yes, and with the change, we don't own the rights to the name.
Mm-hmm. And I love it, and I think I love. It sounds very royal too.
So
like
the owner of Mr. Gay America, he still owns the rights to those names, and so until that is,
But you know what? I love it. It's moving forward, elevating, and always raising the bar. Isn't that what we do? So I live. So you work very hard with Pride stuff. When's Pride out in Arizona?
October. So we have ours in less than a month. October 18th and 19th is the Phoenix Pride Festival.
Oh, well, that is my step down weekend. I guess you won't be coming to. No, I'm just kidding.
I've been like looking at the schedule of the Miss Gay America prelims and trying to figure out. I was like, why are the prelims for Miss Gay America always falling on weekends when I'm busy?
Right.
And doing things, because there's so many of you that I got a chance to meet at this year's competition, where it's like, I would love to be there for your step downs, because this class was amazing. You all did a wonderful job. It
was fun this year. It was a lot of fun, a lot of like new faces that I've met before, but then also a lot of new faces too, including you when I said you were going to be my husband.
Yes.
Then everybody else came in before me, but that's fine, no big deal. But yeah, no, it was amazing. You were such great energy that whole week as well.
Thank you.
Just that presence was just perfect, and helps us as well, just kind of keeping us grounded and more comfortable.
Right.
But
It's like it is very serious and you all take it very seriously, which is great and amazing. But let's find those moments to smile, have fun, enjoy. Like when it's all said and done and that crown is on your head, you've got a lot of work ahead of you. So like enjoy the process of getting to that point.
Right. Right. I agree. Sometimes you just got to take that step back. So, so have you been traveling a lot? As
I have been. My friends of mine and even my doctor, they make fun of me because they're like, "You're never at home anymore. We never see you," and it's been great. It's been a lot of fun. Not only working with folks within the America system, but also getting to travel and being at some of the other systems national events.
Yeah, I love that. So do you have it down packed yet? Like what you're packing and how you
I
pack?
have gotten so much better. The airport got me that one time where I had an oversized bag and I was like $75 right then and there. And I was like, you will never get me again.
Yeah, that's so
You
true.
will never get me again. So I've gotten really good at packing.
I cannot believe the things that they charge for now and like how much like I remember just shooting off to like Greece and like throwing bags everywhere, big like I could take my whole closet if I wanted to. But that's cool. I love that. And I think it's great to just network too, especially for you in the field that you're in. Like you do the Pride stuff in Arizona and you know, you're reaching out to other states and areas. So I just think that always just continues to help build for you as well, which I think is cool. So what do you like to do for fun?
Oh.
Well, now I know you have a puppy.
I do. We have 2 dogs here in the house. Eli and I have a dog, Sasha. She is, she's Staffy and Frenchie. So she looks like a full face pit bull almost, just kind of short. And then our roommate, he has a golden doodle.
I want to get a dog so bad. I know I can't take care of it right now.
They are work.
That's why there's a cat. There's a cat somewhere running around, and that's fine. Just go.
They can maintain themselves a little bit better.
Finally got my cat. Well, it's not. It's my partner's cat. You're Miss Gay New York right now, America 2025. Miss Divinity Cruz with 2 Z's. It's her cat, and so I finally got the cat to sleep next to me in the bed. So I get that, like you know how the dogs they always snuggle up on you.
Yeah.
Finally got the cat to do it. So I'm happy. I'm happy.
Yeah, so, cats are particular.
Very particular, but somehow I it's probably because I help feed and do all that. So they're like,
true.
I'm gonna love you up because I know you're gonna feed me. That's it.
You're there for the food.
I love it. So when did you start getting into performing?
So from a drag perspective, back in 2015. So I've been doing drag since 2015, so for 10 years now. My first time ever on stage actually as Christopher was for a pageant because I'm a pageant geek. I love pageantry. I actually competed for a local bar title, Mr. BS West, and I did not win, but I did win on stage question, which has led to there is not a single pageant that I have ever done that I have lost on stage question. I have won on stage question in every single pageant I've ever done.
Undefeated. I love that. You definitely speak very eloquently as well. So
thank you.
So I just lost my train of because everyone's just saying hello and giving you love. I'm just looking at
Miss Monica Mitchell's hi.
Yes, Monica Mitchell says hi. Oh, good. You can see the feeds too.
Yes, I saw but I figured out how to switch the screen so that
you are. See, that's why you went on stage question because you got the brains there. So where was I? Okay, so when you started performing, you performed
from a drag, and I've been performing since I was a little kid. I did plays and musicals, I think my first time I ever did a play, it was called My True Love Gave to Me. I did it when I was in the 5th or 6th grade, and it was essentially a story of this guy. He got his girlfriend all the gifts in the 12 Days of Christmas song.
And that was
so I played 2 different roles. I was one of the geese Alaying, and I was one of the Lords of Leaping.
Yeah. You know what? Double cameo.
Yes. So ever since then, and my grandmother, my dad's mom, my grandmother, she was the choir director for her church. And so like performance and musicality is something that it's kind of always been around me.
I love that. Do you dance too? Is that,
Um,
remember?
People think I dance better than I would give myself credit for. I could catch a beat. I am horrible when it comes to learning choreography. However long it takes the average person, double that, and that's how it'll take me to learn some choreography.
Yes, I build in at least one or two other dance rehearsals for it's fun. I love that. So what's your drag name?
Well, I would consider Christopher my drag name. But when I don't often do girl drag, and if I do, I have a couple caveats. It has to be for a fundraiser.
Okay.
And I will only do it up to 4 times a year. I will not do it any more than 4 times a year, and it has to be for a fundraiser. I'm not getting in all the geesh. More power to you all. I love you all who do it. It's how I got my jump start into drag, just being a helper. I was one of the gay boys that was always carrying the drag bags in for all the queens and all of that. But it's not for me.
So do you find as Esquire you have less stuff then? Like, you know how like with drag you have this and that in the body and this?
Not necessarily. Like sometimes I think the biggest difference is my shoes sometimes take up more space, and my suitcase because I'll come in and queens are like, how is your bag? Like, your costumes can fit in a Ziploc bag. How are you having a suitcase that's just as big as ours? It was like, look at how many pairs of shoes. Like, I have a different pair of shoes for every look, and they're high tops or boots or whatever the case may be. I think that drag can be, as a male entertainer, it can be just as over the top as it can be for a queen. I think it's just hauling. I have cover ups and huge coats, and I've had back pieces. I've had huge head pieces. So all those things just in a more masculine slant.
So for viewers that are watching that may not know and want to know more about Esquire and the male performing side of it, what kind of numbers do you do? Like, what kind of numbers would you get into? Like, obviously you would do a male singer, correct?
Yeah. For me personally, I don't, if I do a female song, I typically will do a cover, but I typically don't do a lot of female songs. I traditionally just go for male songs. Folks like this, I would say the artists that I do most often are like Usher, Sam Smith, MNEK, Vincent, Jason Derulo. I did a lot when I first started. So kind of all over the place. Entertainment is entertainment, so it is definitely one of those things where it's like, if I'm enjoying myself and I can bring the audience in, I use a lot of my theater background and being able to connect with audience members, and I think that is what kind of sets me apart a lot of the times, that connection piece where I make people feel like they're a part of what's going on stage.
Yeah. I love that. So, well, let's talk a little bit more. So, when you qualified for Esquire, was this your first time running for it, or have you competed?
This is my first time doing a national pageant.
One and done, and you got.
Yes.
I'm so jealous.
Yes. I've learned through this process the value of different paths to the crown. I was always someone, if I'm going to do it, I'm going to make sure I'm the most prepared because I want to do it one time and get it done and reign. But in kind of being on the opposite end of the spectrum, especially I'm almost a year in, because I won Mr. Gay America 2024 on October 1st.
Yeah.
So for me, I've learned that those folks who may have competed multiple times to get to, or multiple times, there's so much more breadth of experience that they have in their journey to the crown that absolutely would serve them when they get to the point where they're actually reigning.
Mhm.
I wouldn't change a thing about how I went about it, but I can definitely see the value in folks who don't give up, or folks who go after things, or maybe go after their dreams, not fully prepared, and feeling like this is my year. The folks who go in and you're like, you know what, I want to experience this. I said for myself I wouldn't do that, but in hindsight, I was like, you know what, it makes sense now.
Yeah.
I get why
I
people
can see that too. I do see that too. I mean, I'm also like a Virgo, so I go in hot, you know,
Yeah.
and that's not honest, open, and transparent. I go in hot, like, so. But I can see that too, like just getting your feet wet, knowing what the vibe is about, making sure you're a right fit for them and they're a right fit for you, kind of thing. And I totally get that.
Absolutely.
So that's fun. So you still perform in Arizona?
Mhm.
And you said it's wild in Arizona. So
It
give
is.
us a little dish about what's the hot spots out in Arizona.
So my home bar is Cobalt Bar, which actually was just announced today with the Phoenix New Times Best Gay Bar in Arizona and Phoenix. So I love Cobalt. Jeff and the team there, they do an awesome job. That they actually hold a lot of the local pageants that happen here. For the last several weeks, we've had our Pride preliminaries, and we've had multiple at Cobalt. So that is my home bar where I work. I'm on cast for a show called Cirque du Soleil there. So I'm there once or twice a month for that show. It is circus, vaudeville, drag, all kinds of funness that happens within that show. So we just celebrated our 4-year anniversary, and I love the show. I've literally been a part of the show since day one, since the very first Cirque ever happened. So to be a co-host for that show is super awesome. I love it there. But when it comes to drag, we've got a little bit of everything that you could ever want. Although we have a lot of love and support for the America system, we have within the state of Arizona, we have 2 girls that have been on RuPaul's Drag Race. So Joey J, who I absolutely adore and love. It was the most recent contestant that was on there back in, I think, season 13. Joy was on, but then also we have multiple contestants and actually a winner from Dragula that are also here from Phoenix. So Dolly, who won season 4, I believe, is from here. Astrid Aurelia, Coco Kane, Formaldehyde, all live here in Phoenix. So we've got the traditional America drag. We've got RuPaul's Drag Race. We've got Dragula. We have a lot, and we have a huge community of not only traditional drag queens, so cis men who are queens, but also trans women. We've got a large drag king population. We've got a lot of femme performers here. We have a little bit of everything. So no matter what style of drag draws you in, or if you just want to be entertained, and that's really what it is about, there's something here for you.
Yeah. Every time, because when I was talking to Naomi as well a couple weeks ago, and I just, I really want to come out and see the vibe. Like it sounds amazing. Like it just sounds like there's a lot of stuff there, a lot of acceptance there, a lot of things to do, a lot of stuff. So
yes. I remember I was in the closet still when I moved to, I was 18 when I moved here, still in the closet. And I moved in the first day I was here, I was with my family, went to Target or something. And I was like, oh my God, there are gay people everywhere here. And I moved here from a very small town in Southern Ohio. And so it was like a culture shock almost, where I was like, okay, I'm going to be fine here.
You think that helped? That obviously.
Yeah, absolutely. Because I came out very shortly within that year, that first year of living here is when I came out and hit the ground running. I moved here in June of 06, and by October of 06, I was working in the bars.
Oh, and you hit the ground running, honey.
Hit the ground running. I started off go-go dancing and everything else.
See, I knew you had a story. I knew you had a story.
I've done the only thing I have not done in the bar scene here is I've not been like a permanent bartender or bar back in any of the bars. But other than that, I have been a go-go dancer. I've been a drag show DJ. I have been, I've bartended for special events. I have been a show director. I've been a club promoter. I've done it all.
I love a little entrepreneur, if you will.
You know what? I've had some really great friends who've just kind of like, I want to help and support you. What do you need out of me?
I love that. But you know what? It molds you to be who you are, and just being able to do what you're doing right now, and
Yes.
working in different facets and working with different types of people and stuff.
Mhm.
It's brilliant. So you set yourself up for success, obviously, because you put yourself out there and you did the work. So
Yep.
love that. So you said that you're hitting your 1 year.
Yes.
Congratulations on that.
Thank you.
And then, so I know that Casey said, when is it?
It is April 30th through May
April 30th
2nd.
through May 2nd. That's right, because it's a week-long extravaganza. Gosh, I got to put that in my calendar. I've got to put it in my calendar. That's it. That's
It's
it.
a couple days. It's going to be the schedule right now is for 2 days of competition. So we'll have a preliminary night, and then we'll have a final night, and we're working on a review show. We're also working on a victory brunch, hopefully on the day after the new Esquire is crowned as well.
Do you have a theme already? Are we allowed to ask them?
I do have a theme. I will start. Things are starting to go out. Actually, once we get finished, I have to go pick up some. I have my personal invitations that I got a notification yesterday that they are finally printed. So I'm going to start working on all of that stuff while I'm in Kansas City this weekend. But my theme is extra, extra black, white, and red all over.
Oh,
It's from my hashtag that I've used for years. It's actually part of my moniker within the international court system is hashtag always extra, because everyone says I do too much. So extra, extra, black, white, and red all over. So each of the contestants are tasked with creating an over-the-top avant-garde fashion look that is something that is either non-traditional materials or traditional materials used in non-traditional ways.
I love you gave that as are we on Project Runway? I love it. I love
But
it.
it's something fun. I want, as I've been talking to qualified contestants and potential contestants, it's like, I want this to be something that you can use after this as something fun, as like either it's a cover up or it's a really great promo look that you can use for promos after the fact. I would be so happy if we can make sure to have a photographer there. So after the competition, we can have a lookbook of all of the qualified contestants in their presentation look, kind of like Esquire magazine, but
You better. I love it.
Yeah. So I'm really excited for it.
Well, it sounds great. I really hope I can come out and see it. I'm not gonna say hope. I'm gonna come out and see it.
Yes, come out, please, please, please do. I have 5 wives, and they will all be getting their invitations to be a part as well.
Sure. So, if somebody who's watching right now wanted to get tickets, is there tickets available yet, or is
They're
that
not available quite yet, but we in the next few weeks will be launching all of that
do a whole launch? I love that. Do you have your flyer and everything ready? Because that's the best. Like when you
I have my personal invitation flyer prepared. I don't have my actual final flyer prepared yet.
So we're
Yep.
We're gonna get that though. I mean, well, you still have a ton of time though. So
Yes,
I mean, so
Yeah.
are you? And you're gonna come to nationals this year for
Yes.
that's gonna be
I will be
exciting
there.
as well. We'll have to run around and just have a good old time. I'll be like, excuse me, he's my husband. Everyone back off.
Right. You still have this is your second chance. This will be your
Well,
second.
I'm not competing this year.
Okay.
But I have other things in the works this year. I'm very excited because I may or may not be bringing Let's Get Down to Excellence to nationals this year. So we'll see. I would be like over the moon and over the top to do it, because it's just like continuing to and it's all about just getting to know everybody and
Right.
giving everyone a chance to have their voice and people to hear us. So then, you're not just somebody on stage that they're watching, or you're not just a crown title holder, but you don't know anything about them,
Right.
So I love giving that opportunity for people to
Mhm.
get their voice
See
out
the
there.
person behind the character.
And I want to get a microphone. I just want to walk around and start like, you'll have to come around with me. We're gonna mess with
Mhm.
everybody. If we'll put it out there, that's going to happen. So, but yeah, so I love that. So let's talk a little bit more about Esquire. So have you had any qualified contestants yet? Have you had any prelims?
Yes. So I've had 3 of my prelims have gone out so far. We started off with Gay Southern America Esquire, which Jared Lance is our Gay Southern America Esquire. I saw him in the comments a little bit ago. Him and Xavier Christian are the 2 individuals who qualified there, and they're headed off to nationals. After that, we had our Kansas prelim, which our Kansas was great. This is the first time I've ever had an opportunity to go to Kansas. So I had a lot of fun there. And our Kansas, I just had a brain fart. I was like, why don't I know that child's name? I do know. It's Gabriel Ruby Skywalker St. James, who is our Gay Kansas America Esquire. And then last month we held Arizona, so it was super nice to be at home. It was my first prelim without one of the wives there, so it was nerve-wracking but exciting, and very happy that I got to do it here in Arizona with my stakeholders who are now the promoters for the Arizona prelim. Arizona has a rich history within the Gay America system, even on the male side. I'm the third to come from Arizona. So we had myself, Gio, and the original Mr. Gay Arizona All-American, which was what it was called back then. TJ McKay actually became Mr. Gay All-American his year.
I love that. Well, excellence all the way around.
Yes.
Also, you have Gay Southern America Esquire checking in.
Hi, Jared Lance.
Yes, I'm trying to look at the picture of Jared and like, what do you look like, Jared? Always checking out. You never know who's going to be the next Esquire.
Correct.
I'm blushing a little bit. Anywho, enough about that. So that's fabulous. So you have 5 qualified contestants?
5 qualified contests right now. So yes, our Arizona Esquire, his name is JC Chaos, and his first alternate is Ghost X.
Okay. And then, so how many more prelims do you have?
I have 5 more prelims scheduled right now. I'm hoping to get 2 or 3 more. I want to get to I would love to be at a nice even 10 prelims for the year, but there's still some time to get some. So if you're a promoter wanting to be, definitely reach out. If you are a contestant and there's not a prelim in your area, definitely reach out. And also, if you know someone in your area that would be a great promoter, like, let's tag team them and get them in.
Heck yeah. Now, how would they reach out? Would they reach out to you personally through your media?
They can reach out to me personally on Facebook or Instagram, or my email is gayamericaesquire2025@gmail.com.
And then they're going to rewind that and get it. They're going to reach out. And then
it's the title. It's just the title, Gay America Esquire 2025 . And that's how you get to me.
I love it. And it's like, there's not even a name with it. It's just, that's you. Boom.
That's me.
Plus,
if anybody's gotten any of my promos and my travels, it's got all my digital contact information on there as well.
So, so let's talk a little bit about, because I know what the America system is like, and I know how the pageant system runs, and I know how the day of the pageant runs. Is it the same for Esquire, or?
It is. Prior to the division, prior to Gay America Esquire being established, it was similar between Mr. Gay America and Miss Gay America, same categories, but the weights were a little bit different. And like, we had beachwear the year that I competed as well. So with the change, now all the divisions are reading off of the same sheet of music. So the categories, the point weights, they're all the same, whether you're competing in part of Miss Gay America Femme, or Gay America Esquire. The only obvious difference, of course, being gown versus red carpet fashion.
Sure. So can you talk a little bit about red carpet fashion? Like, what does that mean for?
Yeah. So, well, first off, it's remembering that this is a fashion category, not a costume category. So we want to see you in your best fashion forward night out on the town evening look, whatever that may be, or however that you would like to interpret that, so long as it's checking the boxes. So those same subcategories that the Miss contestants would have to concern themselves with, they're the same subcategories, only instead of suitability of hair and wig, it's going to be suitability of accessories.
Okay.
The only change.
So, do you rhinestone your suits and stuff like that, or how does that work? Is it like
I always say, and as I'm talking about, err on the side of caution when it comes to overly stoning a red carpet look, because it can cross over into the creative evening wear kind of realm, which feels more costume than it does a red carpet fashion look. If you're going to do something like stoning, is making sure that it still has that look of and feel of elegance afterwards, where it adds to creating a complete look and doesn't take away of being overpowering
sure?
and taking away from the elevated garment itself.
Yeah. What does when you say accessories? What does that? How does that look for an
So that could be if you have a bow tie or a regular long tie, if you choose to wear a watch, if you've got any jewelry on, is it too much? Is it overpowering? For me personally, I have a septum piercing that I wear all the time. I did not wear it during competition because for me personally, I didn't want to. But as you see me travel, my septum piercing is all. My
Yeah.
septum piercing stays in, so it is changing. I changed out some of the accessories to be studs, because ultimately it's putting your best foot forward,
Sure.
and whatever makes you feel most confident as an entertainer, that's what you should be doing in that moment. Somebody else may feel more confident with the accessories, but that's on them.
Sure. But
And
it's not like, but like the accessories are not like, you know how we have the big stoned earrings and the big rings. It's just very like,
like if you've got a French cuff, like those
okay,
cufflinks that are going there, the
yeah.
shoes, all those different things, a bracelet, a watch, anything like that.
So there's definitely
There's
creative.
opportunity there,
Yeah, I love
but
that.
to
That's
make
really
sure that it makes sense. Ultimately, the biggest thing is, are you creating a cohesive look that
mhm.
makes sense as a full look and not just a bunch of random pieces that may conflict with each other?
Now I do apologize. So this the red carpet fashion part, that's
Mhm.
not like a gown. Is that like a substitute for the gown?
Yes.
'Cause I think you said, did you say there was another category for formal, or
No, that's our version of
that's
gown.
your version? Okay.
Yeah.
And what are the walks the same? Because like we do the
Yes.
3-point walk, we do the
We
3-point walk.
still do the triangle. The America triangle is still in play here. Yep. That's in ultimately when we were thinking about how we were going to execute this, is we wanted it to be something where if you're judging a multiple pageants, um, if you if we had Miss Gay Delaware, America Esquire, and Gay Delaware, Miss Gay Delaware Femme,
I would love that.
then all of the judges get the same orientation. They're judging the exact same way. Now they are spinning it thinking about a Miss contestant versus a femme contestant versus an Esquire contestant, but the judges' framework is exactly the same.
It's
The
smart.
weights are
Yeah.
exactly the
Yeah,
same.
that's
So if
smart.
you're coaching someone, no matter what division, essentially you're reading off the same sheet of music. You're only having to customize it for the gender.
Sure. So, so aside from the red carpet fashion, we heard about your presentation, which I'm excited to see. I'm like, what am I going to wear for this? I don't know. I haven't decided yet. But so I loved your theme. It's so fabulous. And so then there's talent.
Yes.
So what was your talent for?
I did a Stepping to the Bad Side from Dreamgirls, which is one of my favorite musicals. I did started off, if you know the movie version, which most people know the movie version, I started off as Jamie Foxx's character, and then did a whole wardrobe change middle of the ways through, and came back out as Eddie Murphy's character.
So was there dancing, and then
Yeah.
you just like,
I had 6 backup dancers. So I started off with just my guys. Q from Texas was my choreographer, who he is an amazing entertainer, our national showman right now. And I was like, this is what I want. This is what I need. He pulled together the dancers. They did an incredible job. So I had the 3 guys. They kind of broke it down while I was changing, and then came back out with my dreams. 3 amazing girls who came out and danced the house down, and
love
also
that.
had all 6 of them with me on stage for the finale of the talent.
Really cool. Really cool. So, is there a dream talent of yours that you would love to do? Or is that giving away too much foreshadow?
No, you know what? I've been thinking about that because during Step Into the Bad Side is a talent. I've used that talent in every pageant I've ever done. So I definitely need to come up with a new one. So there'll be something different the next time folks see me on a competition stage.
Well, I can't wait to see you do your opening number as well, because that's going to
Yes.
be exciting. Sorry, I'm checking in. Monica said judges will know all the subcategories and can judge all three.
Yes.
That's fierce. So then,
Yeah.
because you're there all weekend, just
Mhm.
boop boop boop. That could be
Yeah,
fun.
we've had a couple this year. We haven't had any where all three have happened at the same time, but I've had one-offs where we've had a Miss prelim and an Esquire prelim. So Ivy and I have got a chance to go through the orientation, and we kind of tag team off of each other as we go through each of the categories with the judges and with the contestants as well.
Very nice. So, and you have Ivy and Naomi as your wives, you say?
Yes.
Is that what you're saying? I was
All
trying
my wives, yes.
And then wait, did you say you have 5
I
invitations?
will, by the time I step down, I will have 5.
Oh, I get it now. Here we go.
We got Desi.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
What about me? Where do I fall into?
That's what I was saying, but you're not
So I'm
competing
the
this
fifth.
year. Yeah. Mhm.
I'm so worried about the comments. I didn't get that one. Just kidding. Okay. All right. Okay. I love that. So tell us a little bit more about traveling and stuff like that. I was going to ask another question, but I'm gonna since we're talking about Esquire and stuff.
Mhm.
So have you done other events besides your prelims as Esquire? Because I know that you've traveled around and done some stuff with, I call it the Royal Court.
Yes.
But so I know you were down south a little bit and did some stuff, right?
Yeah. So we did a Pride event for Oxford, Mississippi a few months ago. We went to World Pride in Washington, D.C., which was an incredible experience. Robert York and the team at Capital City Pride, they put together an amazing event. It was working for a Pride organization and seeing that Pride put on was definitely it was great to be there as a reigning title holder, but it was also great to be there as just kind of a person seeing how other people do things.
Yeah.
On that scale. But they rolled out the red carpet for Ivy, Naomi, and myself. It was
Just 1 second. We're gonna just give Christopher a moment.
there we go.
You cut it. All I heard was they gave you, and I was like, "What'd they give you?"
Oh, they rolled out the red carpet. They gave us such an amazing experience out there. That is definitely one of those things where it's going to be tucked away in the memory banks for life, because I was like, I can say that I was in the World Pride Parade in Washington, D.C. And with it being, they had us in the parade. We were like 3rd or 4th in the parade. So we were right up there at the beginning when
Really
folks
cool.
got started. So that was a lot of fun.
Mhm.
And it was, on a personal note, it was definitely fun from the juxtaposition of being there for Pride, and then I believe it was the next week or the week after was the military parade thing that they had that Trump did. So it was like I was just in that place, and it felt completely different. There was so much love. There were so many people screaming and cheering. And so with everything going on, it's just amazing to still see that amount of love, support, and community that is still out there. And just
you gotta pray. You gotta pray that as the years continue to go forward,
that we continue to have that.
Yeah.
And that's why events like that are important, because at the very least, I feel like they give our community touch points to if things feel like they are bad, maybe this is the event that gives them a little bit more hope, and they hold on to that next event where it gives them a little hope. I was Mr. Phoenix Pride back in 2017, and I remember talking to a community member, because walking around the festival with a crown and sash on, people will tell you their life stories. And there was a woman I talked to, and she said, I am out of the closet twice a year, because we do 2 festivals here in Phoenix. We have Rainbows Festival in the spring and our Pride Festival in the fall. She said, this is the only time I actually get to be myself. I can't be myself at home. I can't be myself at my job, but I have the opportunity to come out and be around my people, and it keeps me holding on just a little bit longer.
Hmm.
And so that's why these events are so incredibly important, whether it's a pageant, a pride festival, a bar event. If somebody has that outlet, it can be the thing that keeps them holding on a little bit longer.
And you know what's amazing too. I think I personally believe the America system, femme, gay, Esquire, like it just gives you that opportunity to have that platform. And I'm not saying you have to be necessarily the national title holder. You can be the subtitle holders as well and still make such a difference. And it's really cool to see.
You could be a contestant that doesn't qualify, but people are there along cheering you on for your journey. And I always say we all have our own sphere of influence where we can make or break the community or the world around us. And so no matter what you have, if you put yourself out there for a goal and you include people in that goal, it gives you the opportunity to have something that other people can cheer for.
Yeah. I love. So I have to, not to digress, but you went to the World Pride in DC. Did you meet Paris Hilton, or did you see Paris Hilton?
I did not, but I did get to hang out with Shoshana Bean a little bit.
I heard y'all did, yes. Yes.
Raven Simone, got to hang out with Raven. Amber Ruffin, I got photos with Amber Ruffin. Ivy and I, we ran to the festival we got there in just enough time to see Cynthia Erivo on stage. Got to hear her do the Elphaba battle cry on stage. We were like right there, right looking at the stage when it happened. And we're just both like freaking out at us. Like, this is our life right now.
No true self. I need to get a national crown so then I can be doing all these great things.
Yes.
No, I love that. That's so much fun. So, you know what? I just want to dish a little bit. So as you're coming up to your year, has there anything that's been a challenge for you or anything that's been thrown at you that you could share that, you know, for someone that is maybe interested in doing it? You know, it's always good to know the goods, the bads, the in between. So is there anything that was maybe challenging for you?
I think what has been the most challenging is working through the change.
Okay.
People don't like change. And I completely understand that. I get that, especially whether that is contestants, potential contestants, promoters, even just folks who are involved with the system overall. A lot of people don't like change, and I completely get that. And so it's kind of trying to put to rest or put to bed some of the fears people have, because the framework that makes what America is and why it is so great, all those pieces are still there. You just have to give us the opportunity to show you that things are gonna continue to progress and move forward. And the only constant that we can always count on that there is going to be change in life. And through that change, we get to identify the things that work and the things that don't work and grow overall. There's a reason why Miss Gay America has the amount of contestants in the class that it has over the longevity that it has as a system. The male division within the family is still, even though we've had a couple name changes over the years, it's still the oldest male contest in the country. There's a reason why there are still people who hold on to that legacy, even just learning some of the things. John Martin Beebe, he posts a lot about the history of the male division and learning some of the amazing things that the title holders from the male division have done, not only as they reign, but also just in their life. And to think that I'm in the company with some of these great people is so cool. And so I encourage anyone who wants to be a part of that to sign up, whether that is as a contestant or as a promoter to help someone achieve their dreams. This is the place where you want to be.
You know, now I know why you've always won on-stage question. Okay.
I didn't win interview this time, but I did win on-stage question.
I thought on-stage question. Well, I also know why I can just feel your heart like on your sleeve, which is amazing. But you're also so passionate about, and I real sees real, right? And so like I just see your passion for the system because the system has so much to offer, and it's just very inspiring to hear it coming from a different vantage point, which I appreciate you just putting it out there. And I know another reason why you're
Yes.
reigning Esquire right now, because you're just, and I've seen you, on your, I follow you on social media, and I just see all the great things you do, your amazing pictures and photos, and just
Thank you.
keeping it up to date. But you're also integrating your real life. It's just great to see everything that you're doing and bringing everyone in. So you're doing a fantastic job, and I'm excited to see how it continues to progress. So
thank you.
Thanks. So is there anything that we haven't covered as far as you as Christopher that you want to
Well, one, we did talk about national, so I'm super excited about that. But like, it's getting ready to be spooky season. I consider myself a versatile entertainer. I'm not straight up just pretty and glamour all the time. So I'm super excited for spooky season. And just Halloween is my Christmas. It is my favorite time of the year. We're in the process of redoing our house. Well, my roommate and my partner are in the process of redoing the house. I don't have as much time to contribute to the redecoration, but like I love this time of year, so I'm super excited. So that, and also throughout my reign, I'm taking notes from a lot of my brothers and a lot of former Miss Gay Americas, where they have something that they're fundraising for. So throughout my reign, my crown songs, whether at a show or at a pageant, have been dedicated to an organization that means a lot to me. And that organization is Aunt Rita's Foundation. I've got a little box that's got all the cash, and I've been getting some online donations. And Aunt Rita's Foundation is Arizona's premier HIV and AIDS organization. And they work with not only community members who are living with, but they really do a lot of work to make sure that folks who are HIV negative remain that way through free HIV testing. You can get a free HIV kit mailed to your house within the state of Arizona, working through Aunt Rita's Foundation. And they do all of that free of charge to help people have the tools to live an HIV-free life. And then they also do things like helping individuals who are older and living with HIV. They have a program called Experience Escapades, which is free to the individual, but they're individuals who are over the age of 50 and living with HIV, and they take them out once a month and do excursions. If they have trouble getting transportation, they take care of transportation to get them there. And it's just so they have a sense of community, and because so many of them lost that, and so many of them are long-time survivors. I think there was a statistic a couple of years ago that came out that like over 50% of individuals living with HIV are individuals who are long-term survivors. And because we have all the tools to make that happen, we have all the medications to make that happen. So let's make sure that they're living a long life. So it's important for them to have a fulfilling life.
I love that. So do me a favor real quick. Can you please give me your Venmo, because I want to put it and let it run. So, because I know we've already got a ton of viewers already, honey, but I know that people are going to check in on you after it's posted and sent. So I want, when they are watching this and they're inspired, I want to make sure that they can reach out to you in Venmo.
Absolutely. So my Venmo is at KIO.
Okay.
Dash LANDEN.
And then I'm going to let that run across, and I want you to tell me if it's correct.
Let's see.
Where are we? Boom.
Yep, that is correct. And if somebody wants to find out more information about Aunt Rita's or get in touch with them directly, they can do so by going to AuntRitas.org.
I love that. Thank you for sharing that. That's inspiring. And I mean, it's just doing the work and just making sure that our people are taken care of too. I agree. Like, or just people in general, right? Like that's the way it should be.
Right.
So thank you for sharing that and being a part of that. Great. And I love that you donate a number to a cause. I just think that's just so selfless. So thank you. So other than that, I want to know, like, what else about you that makes you tick? Like what's something that you want to share, that could share on a podcast on Facebook that people might not know about you, that we want to know?
Oh my goodness. I would say the most surprising thing that people find out about me is I am incredibly shy.
What?
It's a character. Christopher is a character that I put on, but like I am. If I could sit in a room and not talk to anyone, I would be perfectly content. A lot of times, it's like I like being around people.
Mhm.
I do. I don't always like engaging,
See,
and
that's so interesting. So do you think that do the entertainment and stuff to be able to have that facet for just that moment, and then
absolutely.
you
It's
have, like,
definitely an opportunity to like put myself out there and be more gregarious and over the top and but like when I get off stage when I'm done, especially if I'm sober, I am quiet as a church mouse. My boss, he is someone who I've known for years and years and years. Because he used to own a local bar here in town, and I met him back when like I feel like I met Mike like 2 months after I turned 21. So he's known me for quite some time, and one of the most surprising things for him, because he had always seen me in that environment, was how quiet I am at the office. He even commented one time, he's like, I literally don't know you're here sometimes. Every once in a while, I'll hear like a little giggle come out of your office. But other than that, he's like, you are so quiet. I was like, yeah, that's me.
I am the complete opposite. Just so we're all, I'm like a bull in China shop. Here I come.
Oh no, I'm like I worked retail forever, and I think the only reason why I lasted as long working retail was because I was a manager, and so I didn't have to be on the floor as
Mhm.
much.
Mhm. What kind of retail did you do?
I did clothing retail for 17 years.
Any specific brand?
I spent the most time I was with American Eagle for 8
Okay.
years.
Okay.
So I was a GM at the highest volume store in Arizona. I ran and I was the district visual manager. So I helped with overseeing the visual production for all the stores in Arizona, all the stores in New Mexico, and one store in El Paso was my district.
Do you still have American Eagle attires? Like,
Oh my goodness,
Mm.
yes. Especially stuff from back in the day because like that stuff it was quality. I left American Eagle 10 years ago and I still have stuff that looks brand new or like
I was an
new.
Abercrombie guy. I worked at Abercrombie.
Okay.
Abercrombie. So it's like it's so interesting that you say that.
Yeah.
It is definitely the quality of the
Mhm.
product. I love that American Eagle. Do they still have American Eagle now?
Mhm. Yeah, that does not look anything like it did when I was working there, but it's still great. Folks still stand by the jeans. I just love the brand. I've loved the brand forever. That's why I was there for so long.
Mhm.
Sydney Sweeney was interesting choices, but other than that, other than that, I had a great time. It was the most development that I had within my career, and things that I learned working for American Eagle helped me with the rest of the brands that I worked with after the fact.
I love it. So I know I could talk to you for hours, by the way. So I know we're spilling over a little bit of an hour slot, but I do want to just kind of quickly, because I want more viewers to get a little bit more of the Esquire sense real
Mhm.
quick. First, I know we didn't cover personal interview, and I know you've been saying a lot, which I really appreciate about how it's very like in unison, but I know what it's like to come into a room as during the Miss Gay pageant. Is there anything, I guess, that you could give advice for interview for Esquire?
Absolutely. So I think that there's two different individuals that are going to be coming in from the Esquire standpoint. There's individuals who, like myself, I Christopher Inez Onyx is a character. It is a character that I put on. Landon Smith is who I am every single day. So every time when I walk into an interview, I introduce myself. My name is Landon Smith, and I am going to give you all the character of Christopher Inez because there is a little bit difference between who those individuals are.
Mhm.
When I think about interview, it is showing who you all as a whole person. That bio is going to be very key in directing and guiding the interview. So it's almost like you're kind of given the recipe of who you are is the way I look at it. These are the ingredients that make up who I am as an individual, past, present, and some of the future things that I'm thinking about. And if you give the judges that right little bit of information, they're going to want to learn more about those things that make you tick, because in
So if you're still essentially,
how it relates to you are as a there, all those things relate back to who you are as the entertainer and what you will do as the title holder.
Mhm. I love that.
All those pieces. Like, it's great if you grew up with your great aunt Sally and you had to raise 17 of your younger siblings, but if none of that experience is relevant to who you are and what you're going to do as a title holder, then it's not relevant. But if you can take, I balance multiple conflicting priorities, and this life experience made it so that I know how to make the most out of not getting a lot of information. If it's relevant, definitely bring those key pieces in. And I think that's what trips people up when it comes to interview is, although we do want to know who you are, we don't want your entire life story if it's not relevant to the job you're applying for.
Mhm. You said it best right there. You're applying for a job. This is your
Right.
interview. So give your uniqueness,
Hmm.
but also how does it apply? What is it? What is your uniqueness going to bring to the system?
Absolutely.
Perfect. I love that. Is there anything else that we didn't cover for Esquire that you want to share with the viewers?
Well, next week I will be sharing the updated listing for all of our prelims. We have had a couple prelims that have changed dates due to scheduling and timing. So we've got new dates for our DC prelim, which will be in December now. So I'll be announcing that official date. We just got the just talked to Robert and we just got the venue secured. And so super excited about being back in Washington, DC. We moved our Ohio prelim to February. And then also we're going to be following up with a few more information about the move now with the Texas prelim. But Cascadia, I'm super excited for as well. So there's lots of prelims and lots of opportunities still, but there's still a couple more in a couple areas that I would love to see. And then Fancy is coming up on November 2nd. So that is my next prelim that I will be headed off to. I definitely want to encourage folks, if you are interested, please reach out. There's a couple folks that, as I'm talking about it now, it's like, there's some more folks I want to follow up again with.
Good. Yep. Yep. Put the word out. Get those contestants in. And I'm telling you, you just do such a great job representing the Esquire division that it's inspiring. It's inspiring. I even want to compete for the Esquires. Don't see it paused just at the right moment. And it's the perfect photo too. I'm screaming right now. I know that Christopher's going to come back, but please donate to Aunt Rita's.
There we go.
Yes. Oh, it was all right. I was just plugging Aunt Rita's real quick, so it's all right.
Yes.
But yes. So you know what? I think I had such a fabulous time with you, chatting with you today. We'll say today. I think it's today for you.
Yes.
Thank you so much for taking the time out of your busy schedule to make my dream continue to stay alive, which is this fabulous podcast called Let's Get Down to Excellence.
Yes.
So I don't want to put you on the spot, but I always do it. So I have to still do it with you as well.
Yeah.
I always like the guests that come on to give us your meaning of excellence, because that's what we're all about. So do you mind sharing that?
Okay. Absolutely. My definition of excellence is operating at your best and understanding who you are intrinsically as an individual. Excellence, I don't think that excellence is a constant. I think that excellence is ever changing for the individual that is exuding it. But just being able to make the most out of the opportunities that are provided with you is really what excellence is about.
I love that. You know, one day I'm going to sit down and I'm going to write down everybody's. I can't wait. I can't wait to just write them all down and just see, because they're all different, and it's all it's very inspiring. So is there anything else you want to leave with the viewers tonight? Any other thoughts, moments, or just a bit of ado?
No, I'm super excited. I hope everyone feels like they got to know a little bit more about me. I try to be an open book as much as possible. I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to hold this title. I'm super excited
So anyway, I was saying, check out Aunt Rita's, and it's a fabulous foundation that helps with AIDS
That
awareness.
everyone to maybe there we go. All right. But I was saying, I was like, I really just want to encourage everyone to remember community in these times that we're in. Community is of the most importance. We're not always going to agree on every single thing. But fundamentally, we are more powerful when we work together than when we are at each other's throats.
You ain't never lie. That's the truth. And I love that. Thank you again so much. I really appreciate you. I'm hoping that I can convince you to do one with me with your contestants as we get closer.
Yes, that would I think that would be super cool.
So we'll chit chat. We'll talk at nationals this year.
Okay.
And just so all the viewers know, you're going to be at nationals, so make sure you go up and say hi to Christopher.
Please
Give
do.
him a big hug if it's permitted. And
I'm a hugger, so
all right, my love. Thank you so much for joining. I cannot wait to see you soon. And if viewers, if you're out there in the Arizona area, go to Cobalt, because I know there's a show called Circus.
Cirque du Soleil every Thursday.
Hello. And it is the spooky season, so I know it's not going to disappoint. So
Yes, it's gonna be a lot
all right,
of
my
fun.
love. I'm going to say goodbye. Thank you so much, and I can't wait to see you soon.
Yes, have a good one.
You. What a fabulous evening. Christopher is absolutely amazing. I cannot wait to interview Christopher again and see Christopher at Nationals this year. Just a sweet angel, and just what a great representation of the Esquire division. So definitely check out Christopher's website if you want to stay in the now. Also, I know the promoter, Casey Sunshine, and actually I'm just going to pop up Casey Sunshine's name so you can check at their website as well and their medias. So this way you can stay in the now with the Gay America Esquire division. Thank you everybody for joining me tonight, and I can't wait to see you soon.